If you've been following comic book stories and news lately, especially news about hot new characters, hot new issues, and top 10 lists, then you've no doubt heard of a mysterious new Batman villain known as Punchline. But who is she? Where does she come from? And why is she here? Let's talk about her. But before we do, let me say thank you for watching JL's Comics, whether you've been with me for a while or it's your first time here. If you enjoy the video, don't forget to subscribe and share it so you and your friends don't miss the content I upload just like this every few days. Let's jump into her story. Fair warning though, before we move forward with the story, that she is still new, as are her appearances. So with that said, if you don't want to be spoiled, if you don't want to know about the current issues or what's upcoming, please put this video in your watch later queue and come back to it after you've read the issues that you bought or that are on your pull list. Punchline, the anti-Harley Quinn, first appeared on Batman 89 and Arisen issue 3 from the spring of 2020. The issue further fueled the fire lit under her over speculation and conjecture about what would happen to her. Since she was first teased all the way back toward the end of 2019, everyone wants to know who is Punchline and when is her inevitable run-in with one Harley Quinn. She's set to be Joker's new underboss, his second in command, Joker's top lieutenant, as James Tynion IV thought he needed someone to step into the role that Harley stepped away from for good. Artist Jorge Jimenez commented on the look he designed for Punchline. He got some direction from Tynion, and this is what he said, quote, "I was very clear on what I wanted to do, the anti-Harley Quinn. Could there be anything more fun? I added the freckles that gave personality to her face, and I have noticed that it's fashionable in makeup to place a point just below the eye, and I thought it would be super cool to add this to her cold, tenebrous look. As soon as I finished the drawing, I felt that this was just what James was looking for, and I was very happy when I found out that I was right." Unquote. Tynion commented in an interview on one reason she lands so well right now, why she feels so topical. We'll learn when we go through her origin story. This is what he said, quote, "Imagine a world in which the Joker exists, and the people out there who think that the Joker's brain of chaos actually does reveal the insanity of the world and how it's built. People who would really attach themselves to that ideology and what it would twist them into and how it would affect the people in their lives as they're lost to this very dangerous ideology that doesn't add up." Unquote. It's a mirror of the world around us today. In February 19, 2020's Batman issue 89, Punchline had a very brief cameo. Just one panel actually at the back of the book. She had a couple more panels and a more complete body shot in the following week, February 26th release of the third issue of the Arisen miniseries. While we did get a full body shot of her, she didn't say anything. In fact, Batman 92 is, as Tynion said, supposed to be her first full appearance, meaning full story inclusions and speaking parts in the story. So she had her cameos in her first appearance, but it wasn't until the Joker 80th anniversary 100-page super spectacular issue 1 came out when we finally learned more about this mysterious villainess. And here's what we learned about who Punchline is. A young lady named Alexis attended Snyder College, just 40 miles north of Gotham. The dean of Snyder College, a guy named Dean Bob, was in Alexis' dorm room asking her why on Dress Like Your Hero Day she decided to wear a Joker shirt. The theme day was set up by the school to focus on people who would make the world better. In fact, the brother of Alexis' roommate was involved in a laughing gas attack where 3 coworkers were murdered just a week prior. It was bad timing, tone deaf, utterly distasteful, and as the dean says, provocative. "No shit," she told him while smoking inside as she looked at him nonchalantly dressed in her neo-gothic Abby from NCIS hipster outfit. She then yelled at him, carrying on about the hypocrisy of outrage, and in the midst of her tirade actually blew a paralytic agent called Joker Venom right in his face, which came from her cigarette. But this wasn't her first murder. She'd been killing already, Alexis revealed, testing the nerve agent on homeless people under an overpass. So as he died, writhing and laughing on the floor, she continued to talk to him, revealing to him her ideology, the lack of fairness in the world and of people's phoniness, people's propensity to play to sympathy for likes and clicks. And as she spoke to him, she changed, applied her makeup to her freckled face, and she transformed outwardly into her final form, Punchline. "The whole world you built is the joke, and I'm the punchline," she declared. And then it's revealed that she wasn't just a creepy fangirl, no. She was ready for the big time down in Gotham City, and the dead body at her feet was the proof. The proof that the Joker needed, who'd been hiding in the closet the entire time, watching and judging her. And so a month before the current events as seen in Batman Secret Files issue number 3, Joker and Punchline went to Slade Wilson Deathstroke's island to recruit him for the Joker War, and told him about the billionaire that dressed as like a bat and Dick Grayson. So after this, Joker took Punchline back to Gotham. When Superman was revealed to the world to be the news reporter Clark Kent, the Joker decided that he would utilize his knowledge of Batman's true identity for his final showdown with the Caped Crusader, but with a massive punchline that, as he said, could only be used once. It was from an earlier issue of Batman before Punchline showed up, but definitely foreshadowed what was to come. Then in Batman 89, with the pair now back in Gotham City, and with Joker's new devious machinations now in motion, Joker had his new right hand, Punchline, on recon. She saw Catwoman dig up the corpse of an old gang member named Artie, who was dressed like the Joker. And meanwhile, this guy named the Designer was back and trying to put an end to Joker, Catwoman, Riddler, Penguin, with the plans that they all revealed to him decades later. Then in Arisen 3, Apex Lex, the Lex Luthor powered up with the cosmic energies of Perpetua, was in the Hall of Justice trying to find a way to stop the Batman Who Laughs dark multiverse infection. While there, he sent Mercy Graves, his assistant, to tell the Joker that he needed Joker's help. So Joker broke into the Hall of Justice, brought him and Lex back to his circus tent where Punchline was already there holding Mercy Graves at knife point. Lex actually needed to probe Joker's mind to get at the formula for the failsafe poison Joker had in his heart. If Joker died, the poison would twist whomever killed him into something far worse, with an insidious degradation of the moral compass and of the mind. His final punchline, his final strike at Batman. It was a formula the Batman Who Laughs had perverted in the dark multiverse, but Lex needed it to take down that wrong thing from the other side. Anyhow, while Lex was in Joker's mind, Joker's second-in-command Punchline still held Mercy with a metal knife blade pressed tightly against her throat. Checks and balances. So we did only get Punchline's first name, Alexis. So it's interesting that in Arisen 3, Joker's talking to Apex Lex and refers to him as Lexi. There wasn't Alexis Luthor, created by Grant Morrison, perhaps one of the many multiversal Luthors in DC Comics, but no. She's a new character, created recently and rather pragmatically to solve the Joker needs a sidekick problem created by Harley's distancing from him. The name's just a coincidence and will probably be nothing, I'm sure, just like the failed speculation that the boy from Batman 38 might be a transgender version of Punchline. Tynan shot that one down on Twitter. So back to our story. In Batman 92, Catwoman and Harley Quinn were fighting zombie cops in the sewers looking for the doorman to grant them access to the underbroker. The broker who, ostensibly, is her fencer, her holder of the funds and fortune from her ill-gotten gains, her launderer basically. Catwoman needed to make a withdrawal from her accounts to fund a theft before that criminal mastermind called the Designer that I mentioned could take her idea and steal everything first. It was part of the Designer's overall plan to come back and collect from those who double-crossed him. However, it turned out that Punchline got to Underbroker first and was waiting inside the lobby with some Joker masked henchmen. "I'm the Punchline and I'm where you end," she told Selina and Harley, rather ominously. Catwoman had to tell Harley that Punchline was Joker's new girlfriend. "I'm his partner," she said. The context of the word partner is still not fully clear though. But that's the moment when they threw down their first fight, daggers versus mallets. In Batman 93, the Designer finally has a run-in with Batman as they'd come to meet face-to-face at the end of issue 92. And in the issue, which is out at the end of June 2020, Harley continues to fight with Punchline. And in a preview provided by Tynan, Punchline slashes Harley Quinn's throat open as she collapses and some Joker goons toss her into a watery grave. But she's not done yet, of course. We see her later during Joker War with stitches on her throat. And Tynan also said in Joker War, we're going to see the real knockdown, drag-out fight between Harley Quinn and Punchline, and that is going to be a brutal one. And so the drums of war beat ever louder as we draw nearer and nearer to the Joker War. A Nightwing without memories and who's inflicted by Joker goes back to Gotham in Nightwing issue 72 to actually find Batgirl, and there he also runs into Punchline. She's all over the Batman books. But this Joker-stricken Nightwing seems to be a part of Joker's Joker War against Bruce. The Joker War, complete with Punchline, Clown Hunter, the Designer, some assassins, and many others embroiled in the conflict, will be raging, and in that upcoming story, Batman is infected by Joker's toxin, and it becomes up to Harley Quinn to fend off Punchline while he recovers. And so it looks like by issue 99 of Batman, Dick will be well enough, and his memories recalled enough, to help Batman take down Joker and Punchline and end the Joker War, but it's going to be knockdown, nasty, and brutal fighting to get there. In one issue, Joker told Apex Lex about his new friend Punchline. "She might just be the funniest girl I've ever met in my life. She knows this trick with a rusty saw that always puts the boys in stitches. If they survive, of course," he said. In one interview with Sci-Fi, Tynan revealed that he wanted Punchline to be the polar opposite of Harley Quinn while filling the same role. While Harley is brash and loud and a little old school vaudeville, a bit more roller derby, Tynan said Punchline is a slinking, quiet, deadly character. If Harley is a guffaw, Punchline is a quiet, creepy grin. If you can imagine the angel and the devil on Joker's shoulders, Harley's the angel that saw the best in the Joker and saw something human there, and Punchline sees all the dark potential for the Joker, and she's in love with that aspect of him. Joker's new top LT will be one in the streets fanning the flames of war, doing what needs to be done to start the impending Joker war. And as we slowly learn more about Punchline, including their face-off in Harley Quinn's final issue, issue 75, we'll be sure to talk about it more in the future videos, but for now, there you have it, the origin of DC Comics Punchline. And now that you know who she is, that's a wrap on this one, my friends. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can be one of the first to know when I upload videos just like this each and every week. I'm Jesse, this is JLS Comics, and I'll see you soon.